And I heard this story from a Ephraim Shapiro from Florida. And I heard it, and I said it over, and then I said, I have to contact him. I contacted him, and I said, Rabbi, this story is amazing, it's astonishing, tell me about it. He said, you heard the recording, you should know it was 8 years ago I said that story. He said, but I want you to know that 8 years ago, I did extensive research to verify that story. So the story that you're saying over is an authentic story. It's a real story, and I'm going to tell you a story right now. An unbelievable story. Avremel Greenbaum was a Jew that went through the Holocaust. And unfortunately, like so many others that went through that Gehenna on earth, his family was torn apart. And all of them were murdered by the ruthless Nazis. May their memories be erased. And the sole survivor is Avremel Greenbaum. And he emerges out of that experience a broken and bitter person. And really, who can blame him? And he says, Hashem, we are through. Hashem, we're done. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to have anything to do with your Judaism. And with that, he let go of his faith. And he decides he's going to move somewhere, and he's going to move somewhere where there's no Jewish community. He doesn't want to see Jews. He doesn't want to be with the Jews. He moves to Alabama. And there he switches his name. He's no longer Avremel Greenbaum. Aaron Green. Aaron Green, I'm done. He begins to start his life over there. And over time he meets a girl, marries her. She's Jewish, but it's an accident. He didn't mean for her to be. And the years go by. And Aaron Green, totally disconnected from Hashem, totally disconnected from Judaism, manages to be actually quite a successful businessman. And he becomes quite wealthy. And years go by, and we arrive at the fateful day when his oldest son is turning 13. And although Aaron Green does not care about a Bar-Mitzvah, everyone likes a good party. And he remembers that 13 was a big event, and he doesn't want his son to miss a big event. So he tells his son, listen, Jed, 13 is a big birthday. For this birthday, we're going over the top. Whatever you want, you'll get it. We're going to go to the store. You see it, you want it, we'll buy it for you. Sure enough, it comes that day. It's the day he turns 13. Aaron Green takes his son. They go to the mall, and they go to the store. Go to this store. It's an electronic store. It's got obviously everything, the coolest things that every kid could possibly want. And the manager's taking them around because he knows it's going to be a big purchase. And he's showing Jed, oh, look at this cool thing, look at that cool thing. For some reason, the whole time, Jed is distracted. And he keeps looking across the mall, out the storefront window, at a shop that's across the hall. An antique shop. Finally, the manager's trying to get his attention, and finally Jed just says, Dad, I'm sorry, could we leave the store? I just really want to go to the antique shop across the mall. So his dad says, why? No, Dad, I really want to. That's where I want to go look. He says, okay. Tells the manager, don't worry, we'll be right back. They go across the hall, they walk into the antique shop, and they're looking around. And Jed spies an old, wooden, very simple menorah. And he said, Dad, that's what I want for my birthday. He says, what? Why on earth do you want that thing? Dad, that's what I want for my birthday. I just really, really want that menorah. So he says, why? Dad, you said you're going to get me anything I want. That's what I want. Okay. Goes to the front, says to the Store owner, okay, how much is the menorah? Obviously it's going to be expensive, it's an antique. How much for the menorah? Surprisingly, the store owner says, I'd rather not sell it. He says, you'd rather not sell it? Well, you're a store, you sell stuff, well, why don't you want to sell it? So he says, well, no, it's just that menorah has history. He said, what do you mean? That menorah, he says, that menorah was made by a Jew in the Holocaust. Under the boot of the Nazis, they made that. I'd just rather not sell it. It's very meaningful to me. A guy like Aaron Green, successful man like him, he told his son he's getting him what he wants for his birthday. If you resist, he's going to push through. He said, I'll add $5,000 to the ticket price. For $10,000, sentimental value only goes so far. For $10,000, the menorah is yours, buddy. All right, Aaron takes the menorah. Jed's ecstatic with this menorah. They walk out of the store, and Aaron turns to his son and says, son, I have no clue why you want this thing, but it cost a fortune, so you best take care of it. They go home. Jed's ecstatic, runs upstairs with it, and they're at home. A couple days go by, and suddenly they hear from Jed's room a thud, a scream, and Jed's crying. They run upstairs, and there he is. Sure enough, it happened. He took out the menorah to look at it, fumbled it, it fell to the ground, and it broke. Aaron loses it. He's yelling, I told you to be careful. Pulls himself together. Aaron, snap out of it. That's not the way to treat your son. Let's not ruin this gift. Sits by his son. He says, listen, maybe we could glue it together. Maybe we could fix it. They pick up the pieces of the menorah. And Aaron's holding it. And he looks down at the menorah. He sees that the edge of the menorah, where it's split, he sees something's inside. So he looks closer. Yeah, there's a piece of paper inside. So he pries it a little bit open and he gets out the piece of paper. And Aaron opens up the paper. He reads the paper and he faints. He flat out faints, passes out. They splash water on him. Dad, wake up. What happened? What's going on? Aaron gets up, calls his family, and says, let me read to you what this note says. And he begins to read. To whoever finds this menorah, I am crafting this menorah under threat of the Nazis. I am risking everything I have to try to build this menorah. But although I have given so much for this menorah, in truth, I have no idea if I will actually live till Hanukkah to light it. And even if I survive till the first night of Hanukkah and light my little menorah, I have no idea if the Nazis will catch me and kill me on the spot, and I won't make it till the second night. And therefore, please, whoever finds this menorah, promise me that you will light this menorah. Promise me that you will light this menorah for me. Promise me that you will light this menorah for my family that has given so much to stay connected with Hashem in this place that is not earth. To you who find this menorah, promise me that you will light this menorah forever. And Aaron looks up and he says, and it's signed by my father. The note is signed by my father. Aaron Cain said, Hashem, we're done. Hashem, we're through. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Hashem said, but I want to have something to do with you. Aaron said, I'm walking away. Hashem said, well, then I will follow. Aaron said, the spark has gone out. And Hashem said, well, then I will pull off the most wild, statistically impossible miracle to get you a note from your father so that that spark be ignited again. And I tell every one of you, you have a note in your Menorah as well. And that note is from your father, Hashem. And that note is the same note that Hashem wrote to the Jews in the Hanukkah story that said, Hashem, we're done. Hashem, we don't want it. We don't get it. The spark is out. Hashem says, I'm not going anywhere. The ava that is between us is not something that can be erased. Levilti yidach mimenu nidach. I will not let one of my children be left behind. And if you are in the pit, then I'm coming down into the pit. And if your soul has gone out, then light up the menorah. Let it shine in the lowest places, down where I don't go usually. Shine it out into the street. Shine it into your souls which are dark already. Let a miracle happen. I will pull off a miracle to get you that note. The note that says, I have not left you, I never will leave you, and I am just waiting for you. Promise me, wherever you are, whoever you are, promise me that you will come back to light your menorah. Promise me that you will come back and light your soul back on fire. Signed by your father.